back. I don't know if I started. I think I started too early.
Nah, dude, you're on. We're on.
What an entrance! What an entrance,
Most
dude.
fucking
We are back.
climactic shit.
Oh no,
Dude.
dude, I'm going crazy again.
back.
Oh man, welcome back. We are back with another episode of Mando Mating, episode 3. Dude, we are 3 weeks into this.
3.
We are 3 weeks into this. Or if you've watched Inglourious Bastards, 3. Yeah, baby. Yeah, you fucking get it, bro. You get it, man. This bro-nection's insane. Dude, I've missed you. What's been going on?
Dude. I've missed you. What's been going on? I haven't seen your sweet,
dude,
luscious mustache in too long.
I tell you what, man, it's been waiting for you to write it, okay? I've been preparing, I've been oiling everything. I got a tube of butter out back with your name on it, okay? So, I got, whoa! Whoa! Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, you are the law man. Some would say the law on Mandalore.
That's exactly where I want to be.
Whoa, dude, what's been going on? What's been going on in this world
in
right
this
now?
world?
Tell me, do you have some Star Wars news for the people? Maybe not even just Star Wars news. Are you pregnant? I'm pregnant looking at you.
Yeah, no,
Please,
yeah, you've got the aura. I just look at you and something appears.
Oh.
Don't know what. What have I heard? What have I heard? Look, I've heard a few things. I've heard some things. There was a Comic-Con. There was a convention. Maybe a week or so ago. There was a couple people there. May have heard of them. I think it was that train spotting guy.
Oh, that dude! I swear I've seen him in some like local Scottish films.
I think his daughter was in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, she was a pretty big role. She was a pretty big role. What was that in
the Kenobi show?
Yeah, something like that. She was that spice dealer, like the pretty crazy, you know. Whoa.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor. That's his name. Ewan was at
that guy.
Ewan was in Boston, and they had a panel, and things were asked and things were said, and I was sitting there front row, looking into this man's eyes, and he looked back into mine. And he whispered something sweet into my ear. He's coming back.
Oh, he's coming on your back?
Maybe.
Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, wait, you mean coming back to the Star Wars universe?
Things were said. What? And then I think Lucasfilm tried to save it, but I don't know if they did.
I don't believe it.
You will not get that production quality anywhere else.
The fact that it takes so long to swap. Dude, Ewan McGregor back in the saddle, ready for another season. But the question is, do we have him back for Kenobi or Ahsoka?
Well, he said, I haven't actually seen the clip myself, but he said everyone assumed they were talking about Ahsoka, and then Lucasfilm tried to save it and say he was talking about his wife. But I refuse to believe they started filming about 4 months ago now. I refuse to believe she hasn't filmed scenes at all. She's meant to play a pretty big part. I refuse to believe she hasn't.
It's Hera Syndulla.
Exactly.
She's like the champion of the group. She's like the glue that binds everyone together. There's no way they haven't been doing this for how long?
Exactly.
No way, bro. I think we are on the precipice of something big. Big, man. But see, the question is, if we have Kenobi season 2, that'd be amazing. Comparative to Ahsoka season 2, where would he be and what would he be doing? I reckon, dude, let's go into it today. Let's give the people some theories.
Let's go into it.
Some theories for some future Star Wars shows. Okay, let me say, I reckon let's start off with Kenobi because I feel like it's a little bit of a okay, you know the old meme that was like three or four different panels of a horse,
Yeah,
and it was,
yeah,
like the sketch
yeah.
drawing up until like the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
burning horse,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I feel like Kenobi towards like kind of the season 1 was not the sketch, but I feel like it was like a well-drawn but not fiery
Yep.
horse. And it's the reason why, dude, if they released Kenobi after The Acolyte, different story. People would have been like, "Yep, this is amazing. This is amazing. Like, what are you doing?" Not necessarily like this is the best Star Wars, but it's like this is awesome. This is amazing. We finally get some like good content from some like from a good Sith
Yeah.
and like great heroes and so on. So I mean, it very much is about timing. Don't get me started on Solo. Solo was good. Please, please, please. But like when you've got something like Kenobi that was established really well but not executed very well, season 2 has the potential, I
Yep.
personally think, to be that burning horse, that like flaming horse, the
You're adorable.
oh no.
I
You
like
like that
that
one?
one.
Do you like that one? That was a
That was
really good horse
perfect.
impression. I don't know if I know, but so are
Some
you.
call you a horse
So are
downstairs,
you,
dude.
my friend. Yeah, because I've got massive horse nuts, but like the meat pipe is just lacking, man. They call me the
The
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Anyways, but dude, I'm
Mm,
thinking, I'm thinking Obi Wankin below me.
mm.
If he comes back for season
Yes.
2, what are we gonna get? Well, I reckon I know we're gonna get Leia.
Mhm.
Okay, young Leia, but I don't think she's going to be as prevalent in the series as she was season 1. I think her whole thing is
Yes.
done now. Like maybe we'll get little snippets at the start being like, oh, because we know the Bale at the end was kind of saying, hey, if we ever need you, and he goes, oh well, I've got a very important mission
Mm.
here on like over there on Tatooine. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but say we could have like towards the end of that kind of like maybe even the start of something new with Bale being like, oh, Bale, I can't keep doing this for you. I need to take care of the kid. Like Tatooine's my home. This is kind of where I need it. This is where I need to be. This is my
Mhm.
calling. My years and years of being a Jedi Master. This is what I'm for. And then we can have like that whole bit there where we have like, oh, but okay, let's go to Luke. Luke needs our help just as much as Leia. You're a prince,
Mm.
you know what I mean? You're royalty over here on Alderaan. Like you don't need it. You don't need it, but
Yeah.
Luke does. He's like basically the son of a slave on Tatooine, and he's just working on a
Yeah.
moisture farm. So then we have like a Luke centered plot where now they could go two ways, right? They could go either people are coming and attacking Luke, or this is Obi-Wan wrestling with people, like maybe even I was thinking Jedi
Mm.
finding him because we know that he's connected with the path
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
previous season, right? So it's like, I don't know if it's going to be Quinlan Voss or anything like that, and obviously we saw them together with Asajj Ventress in what was it? It was like Tales
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
Underworld. When both of them walked in together, and it was like, oh my god, that's
Yeah, yeah.
amazing, right? So what if we got something where it was more everyone everyone knows where Obi-Wan is, but he can't go. And it's him basically declining to be a Jedi Master in order to be a security guard. It could either be that or like the adventures of Obi-Wan while Luke's kind of just
Yeah.
doing nothing. What do you think,
I'm
bro? What do you
thinking
think? You're the
I'm
law guy.
thinking I don't know. I don't think we can have him and like you can maybe get like updates on Leia, but I don't think we can have him and Leia interact again. I think the immediate reaction you would have a lot of people being very pissed off at that purely because you know how
Mm,
like the whole thing before the last episode, the whole thing was like they've got to do like a mind wipe or something of Leia because she can't sort of remember this interaction or talk about it. But they covered it up by, having Obi-Wan tell Leia, we'll keep this secret. You can't really tell anyone about this sort of thing right at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if you can. Yeah, you could probably get like maybe little like transitions to Alderaan or something. You just see like what Leia's up to, how she's progressing through, like the what do they call it, the senator's school and all that. She works her way up and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm so locked in on because I want to know more about the Force and like the cosmic Force and everything Qui-Gon was looking at and the wills of the Force. I want to know.
Dude.
I want to see Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon training together. I want to see the actual process because we don't really know the actual process to become a Force ghost, like what you have to be able to what you have to learn to be able to be a Force ghost.
See, the thing is, man, you're the kind of guy to talk about
Mm,
this, right? I just want to know one
yes.
thing. In the Clone
Mm,
Wars, Qui-Gon was only a
yeah.
voice. And then in Obi-Wan, he
Mm.
was a body. What's going on there? Can you
No,
explain that? And then
that's
like,
literally a Disney thing. It was my first reaction. So George, because there's also, you've probably seen it. There's also that deleted scene, um, in Revenge of the Sith. Where in the movie where Yoda's like meditating on Polis Massa, where Padme's having the twins, and Bail Organa comes
yeah.
in or something and interrupts him. So prior to that, Yoda's actually talking to Qui-Gon. Um,
Oh,
so yeah, it was, but once again, it was a voice. Like it's always just been a voice. So the lore story is Qui-Gon hadn't finished his training before Darth Maul killed him. But then Disney just made him a physical
yeah.
body. Like there is no lore really behind it. It's just a thing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But dude, yeah, go on
Yeah.
because I think it was just a really important point to kind of
Yeah,
see the future
yeah.
of Qui-Gon as
Yeah.
well, right? Or I didn't know if it was like if it was like a forced vision, kind of like a
Mm,
mirage by
yeah.
Obi-Wan himself. Maybe if two were
Mm.
connected in the
They
same
might
in the same
yeah,
way.
they
Like
might, yeah.
like maybe Yoda couldn't do it because he wasn't as connected to
Mm,
Qui-Gon. Obviously, he
yeah,
didn't train Qui-Gon. He's a descendant of
yeah,
Yoda's training, but he didn't specifically train
yeah,
Qui-Gon. Whereas that connection with Obi-Wan could be like, hey, like I see you. I
yeah.
I don't just see the voice. And because it was very much a projection of like the very last time that he saw
Mm,
Qui-Gon. There was no
no.
change in appearance. I feel like every time we've seen different every time we've seen like different characters as their Force Ghost, they look different. It's not necessarily what they were at the last
Mhm.
point. It is their chosen point
Yeah.
to look. You know what I mean? Like they just go, all right, this is the time that I want him to remember me. Whereas like Anakin, who's so much older and has been like
Yeah.
burnt to a crisp, comes back and looks like he was in the prequels. Do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
what I mean?
No,
Anyway, sorry,
no.
dude, go on. I just
No, you're
derailed your
fine.
whole
Because that was
thing.
actually what I was gonna get onto, because in the Return of the Jedi, the Certain Point of View book, um, there's a whole chapter about how, like, basically the process of Vader dying, um, and Obi-Wan coming to him in his head as he dies on the Death Star and basically telling him what to do, sort of thing, in order to become a Force ghost. And then Obi-Wan
Mm,
sort of just like in the scene where Yoda and Obi-Wan are there staring out at, like, as Luke stares back at him and that. Basically, and Leia comes up and Obi-Wan basically just sort of like talking him through it, like reassuring him that they'll be okay and that sort of thing. But yeah, as far as detail, they basically just say Obi-Wan just tells him, they don't tell him what Obi-Wan tells him. He basically just says, you've got to listen to me for the next couple minutes, because if you don't, you'll be lost to the Force forever, sort of thing. And then that's sort of it. And then when
whoa.
Anakin appears, he looks down and it says, like, he doesn't recognize these robes, sort of thing. Obi-Wan looks at him and he's like, oh, that's a bit different, sort of thing. So he didn't really like choose to appear like that. It sort of just happened. Maybe because it was I'm my headcanon for that is, it's sort of like becoming a Force ghost is a very Jedi light side of the Force sort of thing, and white robes are very pure. So I'm just imagining that's sort of
Mm,
my headcanon for that. And obviously Revenge of the Sith, like that was him in his youth, his last time, being aligned to the light side. So I'm assuming that's sort of the process that got him back to that form. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's very interesting. I would love to
Dude,
learn
yeah,
more about the
sick.
process.
Well, that's what would be so good about Obi-Wan season 2, right? Like if we had Obi-Wan season 2 and we were talking about it just going like, oh, here's Qui-Gon, here's Obi-Wan, and let's explain why we're here in the Force. Let's
Yeah.
explain what's going on in the Force. And you just like you can go deep into, well, this is how I became. Like it can be a passing
Yeah.
line. It can be like I was a voice until I completed my training with the
Yeah.
wills. Like this is not the
Yeah.
end, kind of like not really like a heaven thing, but it can be like, this is not the end, there is something
Yeah.
more. And then what is
Mm.
more? And see, this is what, like, when we're talking about what is more on top of that, I think that's what's really interesting about Ahsoka season 2. Dude, Ahsoka season 2, what do you think is more than the
Dude,
regular
give me
world?
give me everything. Give me the other galaxy. Give me the Mortis gods. I want it all. Give it to me.
Bang, bang, bang. Give me Mortis.
Dude.
Dude, dude.
Ah.
Oh my god. Mortis, 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 Mortis. If Ewan
Yes.
McGregor comes back as Obi-Wan for Obi-Wan Kenobi, it'd be awesome. But if he comes back as Obi-Wan Kenobi for Ahsoka season 2 to do a physical flashback, damn. Holy shit, that's a sexy
Dude, it's
card,
literally
bro.
just a base card, but like that is what I want. I need that.
That is so sexy. But dude, I remember hearing about Ewan, like we were hearing what
Yeah.
Ewan said, and he was like, "Hey, I'd love to chuck on the armor."
He's been saying it for years, dude. And then Hayden keeps saying, I want to put it on with Ewan.
Dude, if they're so desperate about fan service, give me fan
Oh, dude, give it
service.
to me. I want it all.
Give me fan service,
I
please. Also, we've got a
We do
friend in
have a
here.
friend in here.
Star Wars Nerd Zero
You've got a friend in
Zero.
me.
Anakin, shut the fuck up and listen to me, or you're done for real, dude. 100%, 100%.
Basically. That was
I wanted to say like I wish he said in like a Hulk Hogan. Anakin, you listen to me, boy. You shut the fuck up and listen to me, or you're done
Dude,
for
it is a sick
real.
card.
Oh, that's his favorite
It is
card
a
as
sick
well.
card.
Man, what's the other? Also, I've just seen your ball of mandibles
Oh.
with Myra. I've just gone close to the screen to look at that bad boy. Oh god, man, you are looking
Oh,
delectable right
oh.
now. I would twist your nuts and gargle that mayonnaise. I tell you what. Um, Dude. Okay, so
Mm.
Mortis, let's go into this, man.
Dude.
Ahsoka
It
season 2.
reinvigorated my
Like
interest. I
if
just finished watching the Mortis arc in season 3 of the Clone Wars. Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
okay, so
Mm,
retrospective, you've already seen the
mm.
Mortis arc. You've watched it for a second time. Would you change your rating? What would you give it
Oh,
as a
dude, I
rating?
think that's everyone's favorite. But seriously, that is like I genuinely cannot pick anything wrong with that. Like, it is genuinely a 10 out of 10 arc for me. It is so good.
That dude, it's like it's peak
Mm,
Star Wars for one specific reason, right? It is mystical.
mm,
You're never going to
yeah.
understand it, but it's something that's larger than
Mhm,
life, right? Like, and that's all people really want in Star Wars is they want to feel transported. So it's like such an easy way. Like, dude, if they're walking around Coruscant, you can imagine yourself walking around in a city.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But if you are tackling
yeah.
gods, you've got the pure embodiment of the Sith, the light side, and the Father to rule all over
Mm.
them. I think it's mystical, magical, like the Benson Boone song. Moonbeam ice cream, taking off your blue jeans.
That's
That's
all
all
you've
I've
got.
got.
Oh, I was
That's
waiting
all I
for
got.
more.
That's actually all I
I was
know.
waiting for more.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm a
A
Benson
Benson
Gooner.
Gooner.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just there with Benson.
Uh,
Um, yeah, dude. Okay, Mortis. Ahsoka. I'm like beyond
yeah.
excited for Ahsoka season 2. When does it come out?
What do we? I know it's next year. What's the actual? I think it's similar time because it was coming out what like September, October-ish a couple years ago when it did come out. I think it's meant. I think it's meant to
True.
be about the same. I'll see what we've
Okay.
actually got. What they've actually.
Moonbeam ice cream, taking off your blue
Yeah, it just says
jeans.
2026, so I'm probably gonna. I'm probably guessing it's gonna be sort of a similar release date.
Let me see if I can find
What the hell?
what the hell I was talking about. Um, here. Let me talk about the people that are like I'm obsessed with right
Yeah,
now.
Jeremy Law.
Um, um, sorry. Sorry, I just had to pull myself back.
Dude, we've got a super fan in the fucking chat.
It's
Dude,
me, it's me.
completely
It's me.
unrelated to Redacted on Mandalore. Dude, he must be doing the right thing, dude. This guy's so good.
Bro, this is insane. This is insane. Okay, wait. No, let me actually see if I can find this. Oh, that's fucking funny, man. That was just so funny. Um, boys, we need to hop on a call soon. It's been too long.
Dude, of
100%, bro.
course.
Um, um, sorry, I gotta stop. I'm stopping. I'm stopping. That was, dude, that was so much fun, but this is terrible content for people. I'm sorry. This is just me texting myself. Um, dude, okay, let's go into this. Ahsoka season 2. I
Yes.
like this. All right, Ahsoka season 2. So, what are the rumors that we've heard? We've heard that Rosario Dawson back better than ever with Hayden
Who has a bigger
Christensen.
role?
Oh my God,
Who
this
has a
is
bigger
amazing.
role?
Who has a bigger
What the
role?
fuck does that mean?
Hayden has a bigger role. Dude, okay, let's go into that, right? Let's actually, you know what? Let's work our way up. Let's
Okay,
work our
okay,
way
okay,
up. All
okay.
right? Let's start with I'm not talking about work our way up as in like, you know, the sun, the data, but let's talk about some great people and great characters, right? But they're just nowhere near the Hayden
Yeah.
Christensen level. Clone Force
Oh, hello, you
97,
sexy motherfucker.
massive love, massive love,
Much love.
massive love. Um, so we've got Sam Witwer. Sam Witwer, man.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
He's
I
in
think
there.
he's in it.
There's no
I
way,
think he's
bro.
in it.
It's like every time people ask him about it, it looks like someone's farted. That's when you know someone's lying. He can act really, really well as a voice
Yeah.
actor, but I can pick that soul apart. I just know in my best scar, I
Let
know that guy's
let
gonna
me
be the
tell you
son.
why the sun's going to be in it too. So at the panel, right, we get shown. I wish I fucking filmed it. At the panel, Ahsoka Star Celebration, like 4 months ago, almost to the day. We get shown.
Whoa.
They obviously didn't have a trailer because they had started filming, but they wanted to show us something. So Filoni being inspired by what they did for Empire Strikes Back before Empire Strikes Back had started filming. He had his sketches, so they showed us like a like the old fashioned trailer sort of style with like the old
Yes,
voiceover and the real
sick.
grainy footage or stills or whatever. They showed us that. And one of the stills, I wish I filmed it so I could show it because I haven't seen this image like anywhere on the internet. Like every, I haven't seen
Oh,
this image
really?
anywhere. I've only seen it with my own two eyes at the panel. I'm sure someone filmed it, but I just haven't seen it.
That's kind
I
of
haven't
special,
seen it
though,
leaked
man.
anywhere. And
That is kind
yeah,
of
I haven't seen
special.
it leaked anywhere. Not that I've gone looking for it, but um, one of the stills was like he was like a combo. It was so you had this pale, round, bald face with the red marks up here, the sun, right? But then he also had a bit of a mask, like almost like a Bane type setup. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. But dude, there was no one else it could have been. There was absolutely no one else it could have been. That was the Sun 100%. It was
Oh,
the Sun with a mask,
well,
basically.
maybe they put the mask on it like he did Plo Koon instead of Luke Skywalker in Mando season
Maybe,
2.
mate. Oh, ooh,
Dude,
that's a
dude.
great shout. I was thinking more like, oh, maybe it's a thing because he died. That's a fucking great shout to try and throw people off the scent.
Well,
I saw through it. I see through it, Dave. I see
man,
through it.
I see through those sweet
I
cherry
see through the
lips.
lies of the
I
Jedi.
I see through the lies of Disney. I know what
But
you're
yeah, I
doing
am a
down there. You're playing
hundred
with the Mickey
and
Mouse.
50 billion%. And no one
Well,
else is going to do it. It has to be Sam Witwer. There is absolutely no one else in the world that's
there's
going to
no
do it.
one. There's no one. There's no one else I want. And but I've heard people say this, right? They're like, "Oh, if he comes back as the son, then we're not gonna." I don't know why they talk like this, but I'm gonna continue. They're not gonna be. He's not gonna be. The
Star
fucking.
Killer.
Oh my god, I forget the name. Star Killer. You know
Yeah.
what I mean,
Just your
dude?
average
Dude,
Discord mod.
if that, if legit, right? Once. Um, dude, if we had Starkiller in there, it would completely
You
ruin the
can't do
character.
it.
I'll tell you why. He can't be the
Mm,
same as what he was in
mm,
Legends. People only want him because of how
yeah.
powerful he was. That's it. Like he's awesome. He's awesome. He's
Yeah.
really cool, but he's too
Yeah.
powerful.
He would break
Like if
everything. You
Vader
can't.
is
Yeah.
pulling a ship, then he comes in and he does even
Yeah.
more. It's like, man, you can't
Yeah.
do it. You cannot do it. With full respect to the legends, I think, dude, I will talk about this
Yeah.
after. All right.
Yeah.
Please remind me if
Okay.
I forget. But I want to talk about legends. I want to talk about something in particular
Ooh.
with
Okay.
yeah, with
Okay.
legends. So
Okay.
but this one, we've got Starkiller, who's an awesome character,
Yeah.
can't go in there. So what's the logical thing? You put
Yeah.
him as the son. And then who's the daughter? Well,
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Ahsoka's the daughter, right? She's the physical embodiment of the daughter now. That's why. Do you remember what that owl was called?
Morai.
See, this is why every single person who is watching this at any point in time, because this is immortalized in the ethos of the internet. Anyone who what? No, no. You know what? No, this is not serious enough on this one. Anyone who wants anything good with Star Wars content, if you want lore, if you want the only understanding of everything that happened, you go see Jesse's account. Commander Jesse is the only place you're going to go. You're going to get short form stuff. You're going to get amazing long form stuff. You're going to get everything. You're going to get everything from a guy who knows everything. He reads it all. He watches it all. He does everything. He's in the walls when they've got the meetings. No one knows anywhere near as much as Jesse knows. So if you don't go, follow him, watch everything that he does, you're missing out. You're missing out on Star Wars content, people. You don't want to miss out on Star Wars content. No, no, you want to be there. You want to be in the walls with him. And see, this is the thing, right? He's the one that punches the hole in the little toilet stall. Yeah, he's the one that peeps through. He's the one that gets stabbed in the eye when some foreign large meaty object goes into there. He's the one that hands you the binoculars when you're laying on the tree looking into the offices at Disney executives. He knows what's going on, so you follow him because I can't remember shit like that. No one can remember shit like that, but Jesse does. Anyways, rant
That's
over.
my autistic superpower.
Oh, bro, it just has to be said that you are the goat of lore. I just like, dude, look, I love all of these amazing creators who know everything, but they don't know anything like you. You're like, oh, hey, by the way, this is the reality that you see. Yeah, that's cool and fun, but I've got this reality and this reality. I'm merging all worlds. You're like Doctor Strange and Dormammu. Like, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. And then you just like, playing it again, man.
This
Anyway,
is
sorry,
this
that
is
was
why I'm
like
Laura
so fucking
Mandalor's
much.
admirer.
No, God, no. God, no, guys. Only watch me if you want slightly sexual content that relates to Star Wars like that. Um, but I do have a video that I'm working on
Ooh,
right now, actually. I'm working on, I decided to start smaller so that I can understand painting.
yes,
I'm working on Mando's
yes,
Blaster. Working on Mando's Blaster. So I've got all of the STL files. They work. I've done a
yeah,
test print. And I'm gonna do the
yeah,
proper
sick.
print now. So very, very exciting, people. But yeah, okay, dude, beyond that fucking shit, beyond me, fuck out of here, me, fuck out of here, me. Dude, okay, so we've got the son, we've got the daughter. Oh my god, it's taken us so long to get to the three characters. I apologize. Then what are we gonna do about the father? What are we gonna do about the father? This is when we bring in Papa Christensen.
The
Oh
goat.
yeah, baby. What do you think? What do you
I think
think,
so.
bro? Give me give me
Well,
what
I
you think.
think so because in the Clone Wars, obviously, like in the Mortis arc, the father gives him the test, to prove that he's the chosen one. See if he when what was it the son, like they transform into the flying creatures as well. The son has what was it Ahsoka, I think, and the daughter has Obi-Wan, and the father's basically saying you got to choose one, but only the chosen one would be able to control both at the same time. So obviously, Anakin can do it. So that's showing he can basically control the light and the dark. Like he's got access to both. And then in the World Between Worlds, when he's teaching, Ahsoka the final lesson in that, and we see him switch between light side Anakin and dark side Vader. So then you're seeing sort of like the evolution of Anakin, where now he can control the light and the dark within himself. Like he's acknowledging they're both there and it's always going to be there, but he can control it. It's not out of control. He's not going to go on another
Hmm.
spiral and kill another school full of children.
No,
No!
no,
So I think, yeah. So I
no.
think we're seeing the evolution because that's what the father is. He's there to, be the balance, I suppose. And that's exactly what Anakin is.
Hmm.
I mean, if you go back to the prophecy, that was the prophecy, can bring balance to the force. Now I'm just spiraling because now I'm thinking there's two different versions of balance because in the version of the prophecy, balance is wiping out the Sith. Whereas here, there's a balance between the light and the dark.
But I do
Mm.
argue that the balance in the force is literally the toppling of the current
Mm-hmm.
regime holder. The dark side, when it's too powerful, the idea of balance is to topple that just as much as when the light side was rising
Mm-hmm.
too much, then the dark side came and toppled that. I think balance
Mm-hmm.
itself is just the pure
Mm-hmm.
neutral, and you're never going to
Mm-hmm.
reach that. So it's the waves. You have to, I think, if, in order to continue in just like a very clear up and down wave, you have balance.
Actually,
Whoa, 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 whoa. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me. You're the law guy. You're the law
I'm
guy.
also the George Lucas guy. So.
Fuck yeah, bro.
So in just to be that guy, to play devil's advocate. So in an interview, George
Be that fucking
George
guy.
explained. There's a bit in an interview like from years and years ago where George explained sort of like the prophecy and if Anakin brought balance to the Force or not. Because obviously at one point, like Obi-Wan thought Luke was going to be the chosen one, and some people argue, whether or not Anakin actually did bring balance to the Force. George says he did. So the dark side is the imbalance, light side is the balance, according to George. So he says when Anakin or Vader, killed Palpatine at the end of Jedi, and then obviously he died or came back to the light and died. the Sith were eradicated then. There was no more. At that point
Mm.
in time, there was no dark side. The Sith were gone. And so, with the Sith being wiped out of the galaxy and there only being Jedi remaining, that was the balance there. The light, so yeah, George says the light side is the balance, dark side creates the imbalance. So it's a different,
Interesting.
yeah,
Because like
it's a different definition,
you would
but
think
yeah,
like, well, I mean, George Lucas is the
he is
guy
the
that made
guy.
it, man. I mean, he's
Whatever
the
he
guy.
says, I
There's no
yeah,
going against that. I just like I find it so interesting to think that the light side also can be
no,
imbalanced.
yeah,
When there is no dark to show that there
hmm
is light, how can there be a clear
hmm
definition of light? I think the ideals of the core light side of the force, I think that
hmm
is balance, but not necessarily the light side itself, especially in the Grand Republic. Like when he was fucking writing when he was writing the prequels, you can just see all of like the dogma that he's put into the Republic. Not just the dark side, like
mm,
not Palpatine,
yeah,
all that kind of stuff. Like Palpatine basically just goes, all right, here's all the cards that I was given. Let me just shuffle that around and give it to you. Right?
yeah,
That's it. That's it. Like it was because of their complacency, it's because of all of their own
hmm
issues that they fell
yeah,
themselves. So like it is such a fascinating kind of concept of like, dude, I'm no one to go against
yeah,
the
yeah,
creator. If that's what the creator said, I
yeah,
am 100% there. I find it so funny to see his distinction. I think he's got such a beautiful
mm.
way to explain things, like how he
yeah,
talks about good
yeah,
versus evil and all that kind of stuff. Like I wish that I could just tap into that
yeah,
head and see why he thinks that the light is the only
yeah,
balance. That's such like a
mm,
beautiful concept, right? Because to be light, is it not accepting the dark
mm.
as well? Like the core of the force. That's why, dude, I'd love to just if he could just sit down with Mando mating, that would be insane.
Easy pull, dude. We'll get him. We'll get him.
Bro, imagine we send him an email. Imagine we send him an email and he's like, yeah, sure, why not?
If he ever appears in Rundle Mall again, I'll just go up and I'll get him on.
Dude, that would be insane. That would be insane. Bro, if you ever did that, I hope you just text me and be like, bro, we're going
Dude,
live.
I have just found George Lucas.
Oh my god, yeah, fan of Wild George Lucas. Oh, dude. Okay, wait. We've got a couple. I've got a
We got
couple
some
of things from Clone
things.
Force
Dude,
97.
not from Jeremy Blore.
All right. No, who's that? That guy must be attractive, though. I don't
He
know.
does look it. He does
Um.
look it. He's got the aura.
Oh, he's nothing on you. He's nothing on you. All right. I think there just needs to be a managing of expectations when including any video game character, especially Cal Kestis, which people keep asking for. I personally think that Cal Kestis is a much more applicable character because they've given him the means to control his own kind of like his own situation, but not exceeding it exponentially like Starkiller was. Like you have someone who is succinct in the force and he is well aware of his boundaries, his limitations, and he pushes that as much as he can. Like how he's using the blaster. It's against the Jedi way and all that kind of stuff, but he needed to do it for survival and to make sure that the vast majority of people are good. Whereas Starkiller was very much kind of like just this unstoppable force, really.
Yeah.
And it doesn't something like that does not work only because it will completely derive from every other character. Like every character needs to have their importance. Be that if it's a 1% importance, that's still so necessary in order to have like a continuing story. Because what happens when Starkiller dies? You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. And also, then what do you do with Vader being like, oh, you've got your clones and you've got all these kind of people? It just doesn't
Mm.
really work. But he put another one here. Just because we are badass video game players and max out skill points doesn't mean that can translate to TV or movies. I think you put it perfectly, but I think Cal Kestis doesn't fall
No.
into that. I think everything that Cal has been given is something it's
Yeah.
interesting. Like his ability, what's it called? The Force touch or whatever, where he can like sense the
Is
history
it
of an object.
Sucker? psychopathy. Let me just. I could be.
Suck a D, suck a
Uh,
D. Um,
psychometry.
yeah.
That's it.
So, oh, dude, you're fucking on it. You said you know what to search. That's why you were so fucking close, man. Seriously, anyone who wants to watch something good, just watch his content. But
Because
yeah,
Ahsoka's
like
got it too.
that's oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude, 100%. And I only recognize that because of the
Yeah.
games, which is
Yeah.
wild. But like his ability to sense the history, to go through, and he's not really that good of a lightsaber duelist. I mean, if he went up against someone who actually trained for a long time, like a Jedi Master, for his in like a
Mm.
lightsaber duel, he would not do well. If you look at the duels between Cal and all of the sisters and
Yeah.
the brothers and so on, I mean, it looks like kids fighting. A lot of the time, the way they do it is kind of like, oh, bang, bang, and then doom, doom, boom. Oh, maybe we'll do like a little move, but like they're just really
Yeah.
clashing sticks together compared to something like Anakin and Obi-Wan or Dooku, who was the lightsaber
Mhm.
specialist. You know what I mean? So, um, oh, also he's put up here. He's put another comment. I think the only issue that George has switched up at different points on times of what the law means, leading to potential inconsistencies and understandings. I think that's
Mm.
pretty fair. That's definitely pretty fair. But at the same time, I think I don't think he's done anything that has changed it
No.
massively, like retroactively. I think he's just kind of like, here, let me
Yeah.
tweak this and tweak that. It's still the same engine. If he was replacing the engine, that would be an
Yeah.
issue. But he's doing performance upgrades. He's like, he's adding little minor tweaks and
Yeah.
fixes throughout. So I think yeah, I don't necessarily think that's an issue. I think it was an issue when they changed the character of Luke in The Last Jedi. That's an issue because that's literally like taking out an engine and then replacing a new one and expecting it to be the
Yeah.
exact same. Just because it's the same hull doesn't mean it's the same
They took out an
engine.
engine
So
and
you
put
know
in a
what I mean?
cereal box.
Dude, 100%, 100%. And I'm like, man, yeah, that's the only time that I would say that's
Yeah.
an issue. I think obviously this is not like a Disney hating one. I just think like anyone is welcome to criticism, and I think it's a pretty fair criticism to say that they adapted the character in a
Yeah.
wrong way. Um, but yeah, dude, I think, fuck, man, we've just gone roundabout. We've just gone roundabout this whole thing. Okay, talk. What do you want to talk? What do you
I
want to
wanna
talk about
talk
with the
about
rest of Mortis?
well, I wanna talk about what the involvement of no, not Mortis, but the Mortis gods is gonna be in Ahsoka Season 2. Because obviously, at the end, you see Balin standing on the father's hand, pointing, and you're looking up, and you see a castle with, the light above it, which is something you saw, on Mortis as well for the father's castle.
Yeah,
We'll start with the statues first. The statues, you've got the daughter's not there. Like you can see where the daughter's meant to be. There's like half of her, but the head's not there. It's crushed. It's rubble. The father's there and the son's there. Why? And it really got me thinking. Like, and this is like absolutely clutching at straws, probably, but it was just something that popped into my head. Why is the father and the son there, but the daughter's not? And I'm thinking, the daughter, like, this is literally just spitballing, seeing what sticks. The daughter got buried and has been replaced, obviously by Ahsoka. The
yeah,
father and the son, when they died, the father disappeared. Probably became one with the Force. The son didn't. The son's body just remained there. I'm wondering if the father is still waiting for someone to take his place, possibly, and that's gonna be Anakin if he hasn't already. The son, though, we haven't seen the son anywhere, and why is his statue still there? Maybe because he is still around, because obviously we're going to get him, like that's the sketch.
yeah,
But yeah, it really got me thinking, why is I think the crushed one, I think because the daughter's crushed, that means her spot's been taken. Like that's not the daughter anymore. Ahsoka's the daughter now, or has the role, but
mm,
no one's taken the role of the father or the son yet. The son, because he's still out there, he's going to come back somehow, whether it's through witch night magic or whatever. But the son's still there. The father's still there because no one's taken the role. Anakin's going to do it. But then this leads me down, like, dude, so many rabbit holes. What's going to be the scenario that makes Anakin take it if he hasn't already? And how the hell does the son come back?
Whoa. Well, I have a
Yes.
theory.
Oh, actually,
I have a
one
theory
just
for
popped into my
Anakin.
head, but you do yours first.
I'm real quick. Loki season 2,
Yes.
end of the season. When he's the master of the timeline. It's just a higher
Yeah.
calling. That was literally it. It was like no one else is there for the job. I guess I have to do this. Like if there is any sense of order and balance, and if I'm the only person that's able to do it, then yeah, it would just kind of be a higher calling. But I also have something that kind of like, you say yours, and then I'll say this one, because this is a little different.
Well, I'm trying to
You go
think of the
yours.
scenario that would come about for Anakin to, take on this role. And the only thing I can think of is, like, and obviously he's going to have a bigger role. And with the rumors of Abeloth coming in and, Balin possibly freeing her or something, that, because I know a lot of people aren't going to like, because I keep thinking, if Abeloth comes to the universe, you're going to have Thrawn, like, he's a smart guy. You're going to have Thrawn team up with the good guys. Like, they have to. Like, you can't be fighting each other while this all-powerful force is there ready to kill everyone. So I'm thinking,
I said
to
this.
avoid that from happening, it might still happen, but I'm thinking, like, a possible out for that is, you have the chosen one. The chosen one takes on the role of the father, and he is what can stop Abeloth to some degree. Because obviously he's meant to have this bigger role. What is a bigger role? I think there'll be flashbacks as part of that, but he's not still training Ahsoka. And Dave has said he's not trying to change the story of Anakin. The story of Anakin's being told. So how does he have a bigger role without changing his story?
Dude. Okay.
There's so much to unpack there.
I've been saying this. With
Brian!
Thrawn coming and fighting with the guy. Brian's here.
Brian.
Brian's here. Everybody, Brian's here.
So good seeing you yesterday, man. The goat.
Dude, Brian the goat, man. I hope you have.
Dude, he's just listened to this. He knows what's happening. He's like, "Hey, you are so wrong."
Dude. Okay. If Abeloth is there, she's going to be too powerful. You have to team up. Like, that whole, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yes.
But like, you have to team up against her. There's no possible way you are surviving as a separated force. Thrawn and his Night Sisters, I think they're going to be like, Abeloth is here, and she's like kind of going to fuck shit up. And then we've got Ahsoka and everyone being like, oh God, we have to get Thrawn, who's like kind of the whole, who's the only tactician that could take us through this? Thrawn. We'll give you amnesty in the New Republic, like, that kind of thing, right? But big booty butt.
Big butt.
The question that I really have when it comes to Anakin coming back is, how much can a Force Ghost really do? Now, we know that they had the physical bodies of, of all of the guys, like of the father, son, and the daughter. So if you have the physical bodies of them, and now that they're gone, there is imbalance. How is a Force Ghost going to come back and do it? So we have to really see, like, who is the chosen one. Now, this is what I was going to kind of say before. They've talked about the chosen one and how the chosen one changes. It's not just one chosen one for all eternity. Rey is the next chosen one. What if this is the linking to a child Rey? As much as I don't want this to happen, only because I think it really ruins the story of Rey later on, when she's like building her own Jedi Academy and so on. But what if this is literally the battle for nothing, because no one can take the mantelpiece? It's like, we're doing what? For what? Abeloth is coming to destroy, and then what if they're holding her off or holding her back for so long? Oh God,
Actually,
here we go. Dude, shoot,
Well, just on the
shoot.
Ray point, so Shadow of the Sith, amazing book by Adam Christopher.
Yes.
It covers sort of Rey's upbringing and the point to which her parents leave her on. So her parents left her on Jakku and went flying away and got intercepted by Orshiv Bestoon and didn't tell him where Rey was because he was after Rey for Palpatine.
Yep.
But it tells, so yeah, basically, the father is Palpatine's like a failed Palpatine clone, and he was just left to sort of lurk in the dark corners of Exegol, and he eventually escaped. He got off, went to another planet, um, fell in love with Rey's mother. They obviously,
Oh.
yeah, they obviously had Rey, and she knew who he was. Like, he told her his his backstory sort of thing. Like, she knew what potential dangers there could be. But yeah, they obviously had a kid together, had Rey, and yeah, ever since then, I think Palpatine then was, could obviously sense through the Force or something. He had a grandchild out there, so he, basically got Ochiv Bestoon to go hunting for Rey to bring her to him, and he obviously failed. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's the backstory to Rey. That's basically it. So I don't really think they can do a whole. I know what
But
you.
like,
Yeah.
because in the end, when they were having that whole like two like two lightsabers against Palpatine, it was that she was the chosen one. That she decide like it was decided in the Force that she was the one to bring balance
Mm,
again. Like what when Anakin was saying in
yeah.
there, like Rey, bring balance to the Force, like I once did.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like, what? So she is the one to
Mm,
bring balance. Is it going to be all completely in disorder and then potentially have her come back as her like the kind of her Jedi
hmm
Order is something that she's not present, she's not teaching, they have someone else teaching, she's the one that just creates the order, creates the good, and then she goes to lead. I know, like, dude, this is so
Yeah.
far-fetched, and
No,
this is something that
dude.
they're
Like,
probably
we don't
not
know what the
going to
fuck's happening. We
do.
can go literally anywhere with this.
But I think the only question that I would have is how do they do it without the physical embodiment of these
hmm
characters? Because if that was the case, right? If that was the case and the Force Ghost could do it, then the father would just
hmm
do it. If anything, like they wouldn't transfer the soul of the daughter into Ahsoka because she's
hmm
alive. Like they would just have the ghost. I just, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No, I
Like
know what
I
you're
don't know. I
saying.
don't know if I don't know if I'm making like because that's the only thing. That's the only thing. I'm like, could this even be physically possible? Because was Balin tempted by the sun, lured in? It like this is beyond the Dune Seas
Yep.
theory, right? Was Balin drawn in by the temptation of the
hmm
sun to then have a like coming to God experience, but then yeah, now you're just trapped in the body of the sun, and then you're duking it out the whole time. Oh my god, I just saw what Brian said.
My
Dude,
No, you need a
I'm
cult. You
I'm
need
looking
no.
right
So
now.
Milo, Brian. This is what you do, right? So Milo, you put one scoop. You get a spoonful, put it into cold milk, stir it in, and um, then you do another scoop on top. You don't stir it in, and then you do another spoonful, and you eat it straight. That is the ultimate Milo, right there.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's the ultimate Milo. Um,
Dude, I
I
don't
found a couple of
mind
stores over in America that you can buy it from.
Balin embodying it.
Oh,
I haven't really considered that. That is interesting because it's like where, yeah, what I suppose because I'm assuming it's Abeloth calling to him because that's a whole like legend story. Like Abeloth, she drunk from these. Do you know sort of like the backstory to Abeloth, or am I wasting? Yeah, you do. Yeah, so I'm not. I
yeah.
won't tell you. You know. Um, So yeah, I'm assuming if Abeloth is calling to him because she's been imprisoned here, Balin frees her. Maybe he does then embody because that was one of the other. I'm trying to think of all the sketches they showed us. That was one of the other ones. Um, it was sort of like a continuation. I don't know if you remember straight after the season finale. A couple years ago, Filoni uploaded a couple sketches, and one of them was like Ahsoka and Sabine in this like snowy, mountainous terrain sort of thing. So this one
Mm.
was almost like a continuation of that because it was them, but it was them in the snowy terrain, but it was at these massive doors, and it was like it to me. It appeared to be the doors of whatever the fuck Balin was looking at. So they get to this castle as
Dude.
well. I think.
Okay, but like, what if we have Balin who's
Mm-hmm.
lured
Mm-hmm.
in to be the
Mm-hmm.
son, Ahsoka who is the daughter, and the only person who can physically take the mantelpiece is Abeloth herself. And then we're seeing the degradation of the
Yeah.
whole of the Force. And then how do you fight that? How do you fight? How do you leave that space open? Like Balin, because it seems as though Balin and Ahsoka have a respect
Mm-hmm.
for each
Yeah,
other,
for sure, for sure.
right? It's not like it's not just that these people are these people are like hating each other all the time, like they're evil against
Mm.
evil. It's very much like, oh, this person is, this person used to
Mm-hmm.
be good. I can sense
Yeah,
some good in them, but I can just respect that they're really good with a
yeah,
lightsaber. We have really
yeah.
good duels, you know? That's it. That's it. It's like, I think compared to the son
Mm-hmm.
and the daughter, when they go, oh, well, like, we hate you,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hate you. It's very much like a sibling
yeah, yeah.
fight, right? That's it. It's not necessarily that the dark and the light don't like
Yeah.
love each other. It could be, personally, what I'm thinking is like, I think the only person that it makes sense to have come
Mm-hmm.
through is Abeloth take the mantelpiece of the son and the daughter, because obviously she's not going to come out and be like, I'm evil, everyone, by the way, just letting you know, I'm evil. Anyone who wants to challenge me, I'm evil. Then you just go, okay, cool. So she's got like a beautiful thing going, oh my God, who's this? Well, I am the mother. And Ahsoka's like, oh my God, I know the father. This is beautiful. Yeah, no, she's trustworthy. Of course she's trustworthy,
Yeah.
right? Like, why would you sense if she's that powerful, she could hide. She could hide the fact that she is a little doo-doo poopy bum bum
Mm.
stinky head, and then you just have this amazing, like, beautiful connection at the start. Oh, we have to bring balance. But in order to do that, we must kill all available children in this galaxy. And they go, wait, hold on,
Wait a
brother,
minute. Hold
hold
up.
on, take one step back. And then it becomes the big fight
Mm-hmm.
after that. And the balance in the end, because obviously this is kind of like connecting to what I was
Yeah,
saying with
yeah,
Ray, obviously her bringing balance later. And I actually, like, I genuinely mean it when I say I don't want her to be the father or the mother, whatever you want to call her, but that higher up position, only because I think it deters me from wanting to see her building her
yeah,
own
yeah,
like Jedi Academy and so on, which is like something that I think is going to really reprise the character and do it really, really well. I genuinely
yeah,
just give her some justice, because she's a
yeah,
great character. It's just terrible writing. And it's like, so if we have that, and then from there we have an open spot, the Force, the two of them, because Balin, and obviously it's hard saying Balin because it's not Ray
yeah.
Stevenson, but like, but you have like you have the son and the daughter who are
Mm-hmm.
amicable. They don't agree on
Yeah.
everything, but they agree that they are both necessary in the Force, and then that becomes the balance, that the light and the dark decide to live together in harmony. Does
No, it
that make
makes sense. It
sense?
makes sense. The only thing, because I keep what I keep going back to is like the definitions of them is the daughter's like the embodiment of the light, the son's the embodiment of the dark. I just
Yes.
obviously Balin is not like full dark side. Like he's not a Sith Lord. Like he never could be. Like he's a mercenary. Dark side leaning, perhaps, but he's not. To me, he's not like the embodiment of the dark. So to me, that doesn't match up. But then in my head, like trying to justify, I could see like if Abeloth has lured him there because he's so set. Like this has been his mission for however long, and he's so set in this on this mission he's on. If he does get there, and Abeloth says like, or whether it's uh, consensual or not, and he does become the
Yeah.
son, because he's believed in this mission for so long, and he gets there and he's seen like his goal, like Abeloth is here, the thing that's been calling out to him. Maybe that's enough for him to become the son, if that's where we go. Oh, dude, I've got so
Hmm.
much going through my head right now.
I think it's like the One Ring. I think it's like the
Yeah.
One Ring. It
Hmm.
corrupts.
Well, yeah.
Like the position itself
Okay.
corrupts. Like I think he is a better candidate
Yeah.
than most, being that he's interested in controlling. He wants something. It's not like he's doing this
He
for the
wants
good.
something
He's
permanent.
doing this because
Yeah.
he's
He keeps
yeah,
saying
like
in the
he
rise and
wants
the
to
fall and the
change
rise and the fall.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if what he's doing, he's going out there to like literally destroy it all, to
Mm.
change it all. For what? That's what we've got to find out, right? But I think that position of the sun
Hmm.
itself, I don't think it's chosen. I think it's bestowed
Okay.
upon. I think there is like an opportunity for people to look at it and go, all right, well, he's kind of forced into this. We'll see how he goes. But that power that he gets, the ideas that he gets as like an evil
Yeah.
or whatever, they slowly enter into his body. They slowly corrupt him. And I'm talking about like after a full season's worth of character growth, do they get to the point at the end where they go, look, I respect you, you respect me. We're both super powerful. We're both embodiments of the light and the dark. Cha-ching! And then here we go. Let's just bring balance to it, right? Let's take down Abeloth. We know that she's the true evil. Because like Abeloth is going to need more than just the light and the dark. It's going to need everything. Anything and everything that you can throw at it. Like that whole scene in oh fuck. I can't even think the not what is it's the last movie of the sequels. Oh my god, why am I
Oh, Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker, that's it. Rise of Skywalker, bloody hell. Yeah, so Rise of Skywalker, when you've got all of the ships
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
back, right? That's the kind of thing that you need. You need everyone working together to take this
Mm.
chick down. So if we work to get to that point, that's cool, bro. That's really, really cool. I'd be
I'm
down for
trying to.
that.
I'm trying to remember I wish I filmed it. I'm trying to remember everything that they told us at the panel, and I really hope I'm remembering this right. I swear they told us that it's gonna end with like a fateful duel between Ahsoka and Balin. I swear that's what they told us. Now, with what we're talking about, could be interpreted as the son versus the daughter, but they did say,
Yeah.
yeah, I swear they said that.
I like the thing is though, is it is it the be all and end all with the son and the daughter? Or is the energy that's been expanded from that location not there anymore? It's gone. The balance of the force is purely put into the actions of an individual.
Jeremy just shocked himself. Maybe.
Maybe. Dude, but what if that is
Mm.
the case? What
Give me
if
an
what
example.
if what Balin is looking for is looking at being the son? He wants to be the son. Maybe we don't get Sam Witwer as the son for long. What if he didn't die? What if he really didn't die and he's there and he's like, the reason why the dark side is so strong is because it is the son who's left,
Hmm.
right? What if the son being there, and obviously this is at the point of like the start of the degradation. He's weaker and you're not really getting this light is
Hmm.
rising. Ahsoka the White
Yeah.
is here. You have him there, and Balin walks up and he sees the son. He's weak. He's being basically held together by
Yeah.
glue, and he's talking to Balin, going, "You need to take my position, but there's no position anymore. I wish you came earlier. I wish you knew about everything here. We need to keep her at bay. This is not
Yeah.
safe. I can't, you can't you can't be here. It's too much. She's coming. She's coming." And then Abeloth comes out, fucking grabs him and like tears his head off, or you know what I
Dude.
mean? Like fucking vicious. Like, dude, just like basically
Yeah.
stabs him through the heart. That whole like what?
Yeah.
Stabs him through the heart, kills him there, and Balin's like, "Oh my god." And she just like comes out, stretches, and is like, "My time is now." And then Balin has to run backwards and be like, "Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on." And then runs back to Ahsoka. And as Ahsoka's trying to be there and be like, "No, we have to go. We have to go. Like, you don't realize this is bigger than us, bigger than you, bigger than me, bigger than anything of this. We need everyone against this one person because I have just accidentally wakened a
Accidentally let
god."
her out. Yeah.
Dude, think about it like the Balrog,
Mhm.
right? You're walking through the. Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
Once, years and years ago.
Okay, so Balrog, you'll probably remember, it's like the most iconic scene in, well, it's one of the most iconic scenes in Lord of the Rings. Basically, when they're walking through the mines of
Mhm.
Moria, you've got this big flaming
Yeah.
beast, and it's like, "You shall not
Yeah.
pass." You know
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
that guy, right? So when they're walking through the mines of Moria, and they're like, "Oh, I can't wait. We will see my cousins and my uncle, and we are going to have a feast. It is I. We are back. I am Gimli. We are in the land of the dwarves." And they realize it's all
Okay.
gone. Skeletons are
Okay.
there. His cousin has been laid in a grave. There is more evil here now, more than what it was
Okay.
before. They have tapped into something that is pure evil. Walking through the mines. Whoop! Something dropped. They hear a noise. Massive. Da-da-dum, dum, 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 boof, boof, da-da-dum. And it's this Balrog coming out of
Yeah.
there, right? What if that's Abeloth? What if that's the kind of thing with Abeloth? We know that Dave Filoni is a massive
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings fan. That's why he has
Mhm.
Ahsoka the White. Blatant copyright. But that's why he has Ahsoka the White. What if Abeloth is that greater evil? You know, when it's like you're running up and you see this, and maybe even Balin at that point, he's like, "I'm here. I will change the galaxy. There will be balance. I am the chosen one. I will do what no one else could. I will make sure there is nothing. There is no like variance of good and evil, no rise, no fall, no nothing. There is only
Yeah.
existence," right? Then Abeloth comes out and is like, "Nah,"
Ping!
and like basically flicks him away into nothingness.
Yeah.
I don't know if that sounds like a good idea to you,
Dude, it
bro.
was cinematic.
I just look, I just think that that is potentially the only
Mm.
way. Oh, dude, I have not thought about this except for
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you right here. But I'm saying like with the physical
yeah.
body. If the physical body needs to be there, then we can't have Hayden. We can't have Hayden. And then what is Hayden's role going to
That's what I
be?
mean. He's meant to have a bigger role, but then Dave isn't changing his story like George told his story. So what I'm trying to think, where the fuck does he I know it's gonna work, but I'm just trying to think how it's gonna work. And then my yeah.
I think Hayden might lead us to understanding that next plane of existence, which is the Force Ghosts.
Maybe. Maybe.
I think to kind of like the Avatar
Yeah,
state,
okay, yeah.
tapping into the
Mhm.
Avatar state, and how he, like, you can go back in and he's unlocked more power because of it. But I don't think that he's going to be the
Mm.
father. The more we talk, the more I think that he's not going to be
Okay.
the father. Wrath of Mandalore, whatever. What is up? Genobi as well, and the forces
Yeah,
with
dude, this
Jesse.
is my Jesse doppelganger in Adelaide. The other Jesse. The
Dude, no
other
way.
Jesse. There's two of us.
Oh my
There's two of
god.
us.
Oh my god. I mean, like, I'm sorry, forces with Jesse, but my Jesse's over here. Yeah, you're the only Jesse in Adelaide for me. And Wrath of Mandalore, I hope you're
Oh,
doing
what's
well,
going on,
bro. I've been
brother?
seeing all of your stuff, man. I've been seeing all your stuff. You've been looking really,
He does
really
look
happy.
he
I
looks really
like seeing
handsome.
that shit. He just looks very handsome, man. But dude, yeah, I think it's a good time to wind it
Mhm.
down. Wind it down. I think we've spitballed so many different ideas, different kind of theories about what's going on. But in the end, can it really happen?
That's a fucking perfect.
Yeah, right. That's funny. That's
That's
funny.
elite.
That's really funny. Like,
Well done, sir.
that's funny.
Well done.
That's really funny. That's really good. Yeah, dude. I think legitimately, I think they cannot. I'm set in that they cannot have the physical. They cannot have the physical presence. Therefore, they cannot
Mhm.
control. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what you think about that. I don't know if you need to put the glasses back on and school me, but like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
The last thing I've got, and we don't even have to answer it, we can just leave it. But the last thing I've sort of got is why Balin, what put him onto this path? How did he get involved? Like, how did he become what was he involved in, or how did he get onto this path of having, we're assuming, Abeloth calling to him?
Um, I honestly, I don't think it needs
It
to be
might, yeah, it
explained.
might
I
not,
think
yeah.
it can be as simple as right person,
Yeah,
right time. Because in the end, effectively, you have a bunch of these characters that could fit into that
yeah.
same role. So why Balin? Well, he's the most interested in it. Why is he interested? That'd be really
Mm,
cool to find out, right? What if he was in the Jedi Order?
yeah.
Because we know that Obi-Wan was talking to people. Like Obi-Wan would have to. He would relay all the information back. Everyone in the Jedi Order would know about the Mortis gods and everything, and how Anakin really is
Well,
the
I
chosen
don't.
one. That's what
Well,
fucks me
that's
up.
the thing. I don't think they did. So I think there's an element of them. Well, because
True.
at the end of the Mortis arc, because remember how it all started? Like they were trying to they were trying to rendezvous with Rex at a point, and they were there, and Rex was there, but they couldn't see each other. And then they get sucked into Mortis, and then at the end when they pop out, it's like no time has passed, and Rex is like, where are
Oh,
you guys? Sort of thing. Like, what have you been up to? And what Anakin's like, if we told you, you wouldn't believe us. So I think they remember some of it, but there's also an element of like they don't remember all of it, because if they remembered all of it, Anakin would remember that vision the son gave him of everything that's going to happen. The Padawan's
you're
dying,
so right.
Padme choking and dying, and then it ends with Vader, and Anakin's just like distraught seeing all this.
You are so right. You're so right. Like hands down, 100%. I'm so wrong there. That is, yeah, 100%. I think I think with
Hmm.
that though, man, like I just I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know how they could physically put a ghost there and not just keep it the father. Why is Anakin a better suit than the father? The father is he has been there for longer, and he didn't say that he had no interest in doing it anymore. It's just that he didn't have the
he
energy
was
to.
done. He
Like
was
he wasn't
dying. Yeah,
capable. Yeah, like he was leaving, so therefore he couldn't do it. But Anakin, well, like if it was a Force ghost and the pure embodiment of the Force, which is what the father
yeah.
would be, then you've got like he would just continue being there. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think.
I think it's all a
Yeah,
farce. I think everything's been destroyed. The sun, I think the sun is either
yeah,
alive or he's dead. It
yeah.
doesn't matter. And Abeloth is being calling to Balin, giving forced visions to him that everything is okay. that the whole the father, the son, and the daughter are all there safe, and he's going to come in and basically, sorry, the daughter and the son are safe, and he's going to come in and be the father, and then he's going to walk into a
Yep.
trap, basically spring it, open up the prison cell for Abeloth. She's going to come out, which is, it's kind of like the devil granting this
Yeah.
power that it comes with a cost. And even if I don't know, I don't think she's going to physically embody
Mhm.
Balin. That's just like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. There's no way
Yeah.
that's going to end well. Have her as a completely
Yeah.
separate
Yeah.
character. Balin's too
Yeah.
cool. Like, dude, I've got Balin right here.
Balin?
I've got Balin right here.
Sup, Balin?
Look at
What a
this.
cutie.
Oh, here, let me change
Production
this thing.
quality, boys.
Look at this.
Look at Balin.
Look at this guy. Dude, it's such a good sculpt as
Yeah.
well. Like, look at that. And this is like the 3.75-inch figurine as
Yeah,
well.
okay.
It's got like, and also, you know what I love as well? If they've put it on this side. They actually really care about these figurines lately. Only thing is, I wish that was a soft cape, but
Yeah.
for the first release of every TVC like figurine, they usually have
Okay.
hard capes because it's so much easier to do. Anyways, not really the point. I just think if you had something like changing him into being like composed of Abeloth, I think it just ruins it. Okay, wait. Wrath of Mandalore says
He
some
said
stuff.
some things.
Um, Working on posting my Rebels gun while chilling. Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, I'm keen to watch that one. You guys look like
Yeah, it
you had a
looked
ball.
sick.
Um, they didn't know about what happened. They know about the gods in general, but like I don't think so. Yep, fair enough. That aligns with everything you said. I'm just a big fat fucking idiot. Yeah, shit's gonna go down. They're both gonna release Abeloth. Yeah. Yeah, but if both or Balin's just lured into a trap, which means that he can open the thing for her. I could see her trying to corrupt Ahsoka too. It won't work.
Yeah.
Ahsoka the White, she's pure. Like you wouldn't make her as ambiguous and grey and then change her to white
Yeah.
without making sure that she's never going to turn to the dark. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just not possible. I just, she's a cool character, but she's not going to be Abeloth. Let me just put this bad boy back up. Get some cake on the
Oh,
screen.
stop
Oh,
it.
sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh wow.
Stop it.
Anyways, dude, I think that's a pretty
I
good time
think
to wrap
so.
it up. I think so. I think you got anything
Nah,
else to say,
I think I've autismed out for the day. I think I'm okay.
dude? Yeah. Oh,
That's my brain right now.
dude, I think we've covered some really,
Yeah.
really good stuff. Like some really, really good content where we've banged out. I think if we can have a genuine understanding of like Balin's
Yeah.
intentions, but I actually think that would
Okay.
ruin it. I think that if we start off Ahsoka season 2 with Balin walking into the
Mhm.
gate and releasing
Yeah.
Abeloth, the first episode, him just basically just releasing Abeloth and being like
Yeah.
tempted into it. Maybe he walks into what is, what they think could be the like the Mortis arena type thing, and he walks into this illusion that Abeloth has
Yeah.
created of the Force arena, and he's there. He's like, "Oh my god!" And we're seeing it in live action, and it's beautiful.
Mm.
And he's like looking up, going, "This is it." And he sees the throne, and at the throne, that it's just like the moment he steps up there and he goes to open whatever, he actually opens the gate for Abeloth in her
Okay.
prison.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that
Yeah.
kind of thing, right? And then Abeloth is released, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then he has to like escape, and he only escapes. There's no way he escapes with anything but just like barely minimal health. You know what I mean? Like he's got nothing. He's got nothing in the tank. He only just escapes by the skin of
Yeah.
his teeth. Like just that's it. That's it. And then we start Ahsoka season 2.
I like it.
I think that would
I
just be
like
so
it.
sick. Could see Balin becoming trapped inside the box, then becoming the son that makes sense. And no, she won't defeat Ahsoka at all. But I feel like Ahsoka is going to be tempted in some way, maybe to kill Balin. I think she's going to attempt to do it, to attempt to trick Ahsoka, but it's not going to work in the end because Ahsoka is the goat. Oh, dude, thanks for spot on. But yeah, I don't think Balin's going to be the son. I think he's lured by the fact that he could be the father, and he finds out that all is dead. That the son stayed alive for long enough, and then he died recently, which is why Abeloth now has the power to call out to people, because like obviously the Empire, like the Sith being stronger, would have to mean that the son was alive, and that's why we see Sam Witwer. Like Sam Witwer comes in and he's like pretending to be like he is the son, and then he just like goes around just and then he dies there, and he's like, just don't open that. Like you're not going to be the father, buddy. And then just whoa, yeah, dude. I think we're bang
I
on.
cannot wait to revisit this in like a year or so and see
Oh, dude.
that
Okay.
we nailed it or that we just weren't even on the fucking same planet.
Monday, 18th of August at 10:32. We have said all of this
Yeah.
stuff. I think we're onto something.
Fuck, I hope so.
Bro, and if we get this right, we are making a reel out of this.
Oh,
Oh
we
yeah.
clip farming the shit out of this.
Oh, dude, clip farm. But man, dude, thank you
Dude,
so
thank
much,
you.
man. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
That's been awesome. Thank you for providing
That
the
was
lore.
oh,
The
dude.
lore. Dude, that was awesome.
That was good shit.
awesome. Man, all right. Well, I thank you everyone
Thank
for
you.
whoever's in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for
Thank
popping
you.
in.
Yeah, I feel like, man, we've covered some good stuff. I feel like we've done some awesome, like we've done some awesome content lore for.
What is going on?
They're here. No, I'm sorry. Bro, I gotta go. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. No.
Dude, what
Okay,
is
love you all.
happening?
Please remember, everyone.
Much love, everyone.